What's going on, YouTube viewers? It's George again from Columbus Gaming Group, and starting my Eldar army, finally painting it. It took me a while to figure out the color scheme I wanted. I wanted to do a Iandan theme with the blue and yellow for a while. Started thinking about a lot of different things. I wanted to just a lot of color schemes, and I finally settled on this one. It's mainly purple. It's actually a blue violet. The main base color that I'm using throughout the entire army is from Vallejo Model Color, and it's blue violet here, and it's number 046. So this is the main color that I'm going to be using for the entire army. If you guys saw in the Necron army, for the shades and the highlights, I just used black and white to shade and highlight. On this one, I'm going to go for something a little bit different. I'm actually going to use a dark midnight blue kind of color, maybe even like a regal blue for my shadows, and then I'll go with a tentacle pink, which tentacle pink is actually more on the red side than it is on the purple side, because when you look at the color wheel, you see colors there, but then when you want to use your highlights and lowlights, all you got to do is add white or black to get high or low. Well, if I add white to this, it's just really going to look like the same color and just be a little bit brighter. But if I use tentacle pink, that's actually more on the red side. So instead of using white and black, I'm going to use colors for my shadows and highlights. Next step is going to be taping off different areas on the Viper, because right now you can actually see natural shadows falling on the Viper from the light that I have above me. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape off right here at this line, and I'm actually going to paint that shadow in with that blue, and then I'm going to tape up top again for the shadow, and then I'm going to reverse. I'm going to put the tape covering the shadow, and I'm going to spray the highlight on, and it should have a really good effect on these Vipers. And then on these guys here, I'm pretty much just going to freehand airbrush the shadow in right here. And then I'll start doing the freehand everything else, painting in my my other colors. The accent color is going to be a Vallejo Model Color Emerald, and that's going to go on a lot of the pipes and electronics. All the gems are going to be a green color to complement the purple. And I'm really excited. I think it's going to turn out really good. I'm going to do as much work as I can on these tonight. We're going to have some people over for a gathering, a game night tonight. Not 40K game. But I'm going to get as much as I can, and I'll record again when I'm done. And we'll go from there. So, hope you guys enjoy myself putting the Eldar army together. Again, Columbus Gaming Group at gmail.com, and we'll see you guys soon. So here we go, adding on to the other video. Pretty much for this dark blue color, all I did was mix in some of GW Midnight Blue into the Vallejo Blue Violet. And as you can see, I used Tamiya tape to tape off the area here that I didn't want the blue to cover up. And then all I do is just peel this off. I only have one hand, so yep, I peel it off. And then as you can see, you have a nice crisp line of purple, and then you can see where the shadow is blue right there. And then if you see that you kind of taped up a little bit wrong, you can go in. I just dip my paintbrush right into the paint that I just used to airbrush with, and then I just hit up the shadow a little bit just to touch it up. So yeah, I'm going to finish these three canopies up, add in my freehand shadow to different areas of the Viper there, and then I'm going to start taping up and doing the highlights. So we'll see you in a bit. Hey there guys, George again, and finishing up tonight with the painting. So as you can see here, these are the three Viper bodies that I worked on, and you can see the contrast really well now. Again, I just did an airbrushing, some work on these, and you can see really good that line there. It's a dark blue and then taped over with the highlight of pink. I think it's, what was it called? Tentacle Pink. Yeah, GW Tentacle Pink. So just a reminder, yep, started off with Vallejo Game Color Blue Violet, Did the tape off for the shadow for Midnight Blue and then the highlight of Tentacle Pink. And then ran that over onto the Viper bodies here. So you can see the highlight and then the shade right there. Actually, that's perfect right there. And then, yep, there you can see the highlight. Oh, and the conversion right there for the Shuriken Cannon. And I mean, the green stuff work really, I could have spent more time on it, but honestly, you're not going to see it once you put the canopy over it. Did a little bit for the gunners here. I actually just glued the scatter laser on there because honestly, I don't see myself running Vipers any other way except for scatter laser Shuriken Cannon. But put the highlight on there. The gun's going to be looking a lot different, but just in case, I just spray the highlight on. And then, of course, the low light for Midnight Blue, and then you can see the highlight of Tentacle Pink. And got all these guys on the corked bases just so I can paint them by hand. Be ready to go. So we'll see if I can be able to work on them tomorrow, but this is all I'm doing for tonight. And hope you guys enjoy. Have a good one. Remember, ColumbusGamingGroup@gmail.com.